Hey guys, welcome back to the homestead. So today we're going to make a balm that we'll use kind of to help boost our immune system, if you will. Of course, when we use essential oils and stuff like that, there are a lot of benefits that can come from it. And anything we can do to prevent getting sick, I'm all for, right? This is making sure there's not a bunch of crud in our diet, making sure we're not hanging around sick people. But of course, when you go out into public, you can't really judge if people are sick or not, right? Because they'll tell in all the world and then send them to hang out with you. So what we're going to do is I have actually gone ahead and I have infused 2 tablespoons of rosemary, 1 tablespoon of lavender flower, and 1 tablespoon of lemon balm. And what I did is I put that in a pan, and then I took 2/3 a cup of a carrier oil. Now, because we're going to be applying this to our face and our neck, I personally used apricot. Because I find olive oil itself will actually cause me to break out and cause other issues. So I don't usually use olive oils when I'm going to apply them, to my face or my neck or anything like that, because it seems to clog my pores. Apricot oil seems to be a lot more forgiving in those areas, and then apricot oil is also good for a lot of other beneficial reasons as well. So what I did was I took all of that and I put it in a pan in my oven, and I let it just slow infuse at 170 degrees for about 4 hours, right? So I do a lot of these type of infusions, especially in the cool months, right? Because you don't want to be heating your kitchen up to 120 degrees in the summertime. So I let this infuse, and I have it together here. And again, it goes from this gorgeous amber color to now it's a green color now that the oils are infused. And I've let them cool down overnight. And I've already got my double boiler over here. And again, if you don't have a double boiler, mason jar, pot of water. Very easy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy dandy reusable coffee filter, which I love this thing for herbs. And we're just going to run our oil through it to make sure we get all of the herb and the oil separated out. And now that's in there. I mean, you can use cheesecloth if you have cheesecloth, but I prefer to use this. I can just keep using it over and over again. It's not as messy. If you need to hold it, got a little handle to hold it, so that way you're not making a big mess while you're infusing herbs. So we'll just set that on my towel here. And then what I've done is I have pre-measured out a 1/2 ounce of beeswax. So we're going to take that and we're going to stir this in. And we're just going to let these melt together in our pot of water. Now, sorry guys, apparently my nose is itching. So what we're going to do when we're done with this and we pour it in, we've got a couple options, right? So because I like to get more bang for my buck, right? When I'm doing these things, if I'm going to be applying it every day, I like to get as much benefit as possible. So you can use lavender, right? Essential oil, right? If you want something mild, to scent it afterwards. I prefer frankincense just because frankincense has a lot of beneficial properties to it. It's also supposedly really good for your face and your neck. So I actually have already gone out and measured out 60 drops of frankincense, but you can add as much as you want to make it as strong as you want, right? If you prefer patchouli, right, and you can take that strong of an oil on your face, right, you could put that in here too. You can almost use this as a pseudo perfume while also benefiting yourself while applying it. So we're just going to let this melt together. And again, this is just a preventative, right? So there's no guarantee, right, that we're going to put this on and we're never going to get sick. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop 2 of the diffuser recipes that I use below if you have a diffuser around your house. One is for the common cold. So if you get a lot of mucus, coughing, hacking, those types of things, you can use that. And then of course I've got one that's a little bit stronger for the flu. So you can use that one if you happen to catch the flu to keep yourself, being able to breathe through that entire situation. Again, remember, some essential oils do not work well with cats, dogs, small children. So just make sure that you're reading up on your essential oils just before you go slapping them on anybody and everybody, right? Pregnant women are more sensitive. Elderly women are more, elderly people are more sensitive to certain oils. So just make sure that, when you're making these and doing this, you take into account everything in your household, right? So, you don't feel better, but like all your cats are running around the house having mini seizures. So this has actually melted, and this, for the small amount of beeswax we put in, it really doesn't take much to melt it down. So again, we're going to remove it from the heat before we add our essential oils to it. We'll wipe off our water. So we don't want to pour our water in there because it'll make our balm unstable. So our essential oils go in. And you just stir them in. And then I just pour mine into a metal container so I can take it with me. So if I feel like I need to reapply through the day, that I can. I don't wear makeup or anything like that, so I never have to worry about putting on a face full of makeup and then applying this. So if you do happen to wear makeup, I would apply this, let it dry, and then put your makeup on top of it. And then through the rest of the day, I would probably just apply it to my neck, not my entire face. So you're going to get a couple things out of this, right? So you're going to get the benefit of having herbs around you that can be beneficial to help promote your immune system. And then also with the oils, right, you're going to be moisturizing your neck and your face. And then depending on the essential oils that you use, right, you can go back to my tallow video of where we put all those oils in it for the face, and you can actually put these in here too. But remember, you're trying to make more of an immunity balm, so I would stick with probably rosemary's, lavender, vetiver, bergamot, frankincense, like those types of oils that are beneficial, right, to kind of help block the cruddies that are out there. Again, it's not a perfect science, right? We're just trying to be preventative, and we're pairing this with our healthy diet and with our fermented foods and all those types of things, trying to get our gut health, our gut healthy marshmallows, like all that type of stuff to really boost up our immune system to get us through the cold and flu season without coming down with everything. So we're going to let these cool, and then we'll see kind of how they look like. I actually have some dish soaps over here cooling. I made those this morning, so you can see it's time to make more of those. So I'm going to let this cool, and then once it's completely cooled down, we'll come back and I'll show you the final product. Okay guys, we're back. They have cooled completely now, so you can see our final salve. They're not going to come out anytime soon. So all you'll need to do now is, usually what I do, especially for personal use, now if I'm going to put them in the store, like some of the salves and stuff I make for the store, I know the batches and I keep that log differently. But for my own personal use, I kind of put a sticker on the bottom of when I made it. So that way, as I make more stuff, right, I can rotate them. You'll probably want to put a tag or something on top that says, like, immunity balm, or, however you want to label it, so you can remember what it is, so you can use it. But then you can take this with you, carry it around. I'd be careful keeping it in my car, because of course if it does get too warm, it could kind of separate again. I've noticed, like, if like with the lip balm video and stuff, right, if you keep them tucked in your pocket too much, right, you could have an oily mess. But these are really nice and smells pretty good. Like I said, it depends on the essential oils you want to use. I did go with frankincense on this one, so I can get more bang for my buck with the apricot oil, the herbs, and now the frankincense. This is going to be a phenomenal resource for me to use to try to be as preventative as possible traveling through the icky sicky season. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm actually going to put some on. We're going to see how it applies nicely. but it rubs in pretty nicely. And then you just apply it and you're ready to go. And you can do this too with any type of oils if you want to turn it into maybe a perfume for yourself, right? You can still take this and put whatever scent you want. Like I said, if you prefer patchouli or rose. But if you're really trying to get the immunity power out of it, then I would stick with those types of essential oils. That'll probably help you. I will put the full recipe below for you guys to try, along with the 2 diffuser recipes that I use for either cold or flu. There's also an allergy one too that I can throw down there too, right? If your allergies are flaring up because something's going on, so that way you can diffuse things through the house to kind of keep your airways open and keep all the icky sickies out of your house. So thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you make it, guys, and have a great day.